We're back, and today we're gonna fix the frame here on the El Camino. And I gotta say, I was this close to ditching this project. I was driving my truck this morning and was like, I don't wanna do this. I wanna do something fun. But then I was thinking that if I ditched this project now and took all of this stuff and just took it out of here, I would never start this project again. So I gotta just push through, fix it, and get this frame painted and make it a roller at least before we do anything else, because as I said, otherwise we're never gonna finish this thing. So yeah, sometimes you get demotivated, and it is pretty silly because I have done so much bigger work and bigger problems, but this just brought me down so much more than it was really allowed to. But yeah, we're not gonna get too down on it. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much, just gonna fix it and be done with it. We don't have to make the nicest frame in the world. We're gonna make a daily driver that's gonna be driven in the winter. So yeah, easy as possible. I think it's gonna take some metal pieces, hold on inside, weld against them, so we fill all the holes, and then just paint it black, and then we can keep on doing something more fun. And just like that, we have a rust-free frame. And I mean, this is one of these things, I talk about them back and forth, that I mean, you have a problem, and instead of just doing it, this took like 3 hours, no big deal, but instead of just going back and forth thinking it's a big problem, and if you just do it, it gets done, and then you can keep on working. So yeah, now we're done and have our rust-free frame. And I don't know how rust-free this is. This is all I cleaned out the inside of the frame with air pressure, and tried to get as much out as possible. I mean, these are just rust scales from the inside of the frame, mostly in this area. And I mean, this frame is never going to be perfect. It's always going to be when I say a bad frame. Of course, we have a bunch of thin spots everywhere. And if I were to keep wire wheeling, or if I would get it sandblasted, you would definitely find more areas that need attention. But it is good enough for what we are going to do. So you're not gonna think about it too much. Just put some paint on it and keep on working. So that's the plan right now. I wanna paint this and on this side, and then we can let it dry for tomorrow. So paint this now, then my plan is we can keep working on the ramp truck, and then tomorrow we flip this over, paint the other side, and probably pause it there already and keep working on ramp truck again, because it's gonna be some better weather tomorrow, even though it's been a lot better weather here today than I thought it would be. But anyway, I'm gonna paint this, and then we can see if we can manage to do some improvements on the ramp truck. And there we have the frame painted, and it's always so nice to just paint something when you're done. You can check that off the list. It's something, it's done when you're painted. So obviously we have to paint it on the other side, but that will be for tomorrow. But basically then we can take one part, paint it, put it on, another part, paint it, put it on, and that's really nice. Also, I painted my father's wheels here on the inside where they have made the widening to hopefully seal off all of the imperfections in the MIG weld. Then maybe tomorrow or something we can go ahead, paint these silver and finish them. So yeah, but that will be another day. But yeah, the frame is done for today. Tomorrow we'll flip it around, paint the other side and see if we can start bolting some stuff onto it. I really want to get the engine back in the frame so we don't have to have the engine hoist in here. And also, of course, it would be nice to have it rolling again, but for that we need some bushings and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how far we get with the frame here today. So now I'm gonna do some work on the ramp truck, and there was a guy contacted me yesterday, and I actually have another grill frame, the aluminum part in the front end, and he said I bought one of those from a guy, and he said that it came with these. So we asked, why am I cleaning these? And I had actually forgotten. I didn't think it had these, but we have this frame here, and it actually has these, and they are in decent condition. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those instead and put them on. I would like to put this on, but I actually accidentally ran it over. I didn't run it over, but a car ran it over, so it's pretty bad. And as you can see, it's been painted, so it's pretty rough anyway. So, but anyway, we can put those on and see if we can fix the indicators and some other lights. Got the trim around the headlights on, and I tried to polish them a little bit, but I realized they are being sandblasted when they have been on the road, so they need a lot of work. But we can take that when we change the grill frame and do all other stuff with the front end. But even though just like this, I think it looks so much brighter and so much happier in the front end. I really don't like the blacked out front ends. I mean, I understand that some people do, but I really don't. So it looks a lot happier already. And something I'm really looking forward to is changing the bumper, fixing the grill, painting the grill silver, changing that. And it's gonna make such a huge difference on this truck. It's gonna look completely different. But that's for another day. So all of this is done. I mean, the headlights work. Now we're gonna check the indicators here. And actually a viewer of mine here in Sweden that works with inspecting cars said that you don't have to have, do you say parking lights, or what do you call it? Indicator lights, parking lights? I'm not sure what the correct term is, but he said that you don't need these ones to be illuminated. As I said, we can't have amber, but we can have it clear or white light. And he said you're not required to have those in Sweden before 1976. I'm not sure if that is true or not, but either way, I think it's pretty cool to have these on and having that amber light. I know it's not legal, but I want to have it as it's supposed to be originally. And if what he said is true, we can just have some butt connectors and disconnect them when we are at the inspection, or we can remove the lenses and that will cause them to be white or clear instead. So for now I want to connect it as GM intended. And with that, you can see over here that they had just cut this wire, and on this side they have taken that wire and rerouted it up to here, and basically taken it to the old bulbs that were in the headlights. So we have to connect these again, and the strange thing is that I have power on this cable, and we have power here and on that side and here, but not on this connector here for some reason. And my experience is that this cable comes to here and is just looped between this marker light and that one. So somewhere between here and here we're missing power. So we're gonna see if we can solve that. Then we're gonna remove the lenses, check that we have good bulbs, and obviously see if we can get the indicators to work also. I found the problem. You have this connection here, which is the power wire to this side, and it has some junction here to split it both to that one and to that one, and it has obviously broken. Even that one fell off now, so we just have to connect this one and this one to this, and we'll have power to both of these. Then we can remove the lenses and see if everything works down here. All of the lights are working here now, And as I said, I really like this amber orange lights that we are not allowed to have. And also, I of course want to get these working. I don't know if they have been cut off or if they're just out of, if the lights have stopped working, but we're not allowed to have them. But when you see one of these heavier duty trucks and in the evening when it's starting to get dark and you have these on, it looks really, really cool. So I want to have those, but for now we're not going to bother since they're not allowed anyway. When this is inspected and we're starting doing the aesthetic stuff, we can focus on them. But this works obviously, and also we can put on the indicators and we see that they are working also. The right side is also working. So everything here in the front are now done. Also, I glued this together to make that look a little bit better. I'm not sure, I might have to, you can see on this side, they have put an extra on these, and it has also been sun faded. That's something that they can complain on when you inspect these. But yeah, I might put on an extra set of those for the inspection. But yeah, everything at the front here works, and that's great. Also, we have these on the bed, and I see that that one works, and the marker lights, parking lights work also. But I have never really understand why you have these, because when you have something on the bed, you don't see them. And I mean, you have the lights back here, so I've never really seen the point. But I mean, the only thing we basically have left is the rear lights, and we have to check that one. But we have one over there, and that one is completely gone. And I have some plans on doing some nicer taillights for this. And if you haven't seen it, and I didn't show you on this channel, I've started to remake the bed to have these round wheel arches, because it looks really, really horrible on this side how it was before. And now that I have this straight line here in the bottom, that ends here, and obviously I don't want this to hang down, so I have to remake all of the back section also, and at that point we can go find some nicer taillights. But for now I just want to get the cheapest stuff I can find to make it pass inspection, and then we can redo it. I also saw that my rear license plate is really bad. That's not going to pass inspection either. We had to fix this light also because we have to see this. So we have some stuff to do here in the rear, but I want to make it as easy as possible for now. Just get it on the road, start using it, and then we can focus on the aesthetics later. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get that one working, and maybe something else here today. Gonna see if I can get this to work here today, and obviously it doesn't look that good, but we seem to have power, so I'm gonna have to try and clean everything here, maybe change the bulb and just get it working as easy as possible. Down the line maybe we change this for something nicer looking, but for now we're just gonna make it as easy as we can. I just took some, I think it's called sulfuric acid, which I really like using for stuff, to remove all that rust and corrosion, and then everything started working. So that was really easy. So I really think that lightning wise, we only have to fix the things in the rear, tail lights and the license plate light, and obviously we're gonna get a new license plate. But I'm really starting thinking that there is not a whole lot that we have to do on this thing to make it pass inspection. We have brakes. I'm not sure about the parking brake, it's pretty weak, but I guess we just try it and see if it passes. We have basically all the lights. We have the wipers already working because I have fixed them. The washer is working even though we don't need that. And I mean, I can't really figure out something major that would stop us from not maybe passing an inspection. So I think I'm gonna start working towards that. The thing that maybe could be an issue is the rust here in the rockers. Some might give us a, what do you call, a point for that, so that we won't pass, and maybe some people would let it slide, but we'll see. But the reason that I didn't fix the bed that is in this shape is because I want to fix the cab corners before I weld this piece on. So I mean, we are going to fix the rockers, so might as well. But yeah, I really think that it shouldn't be all that much, before we can get this road legal. But there's a bunch of small stuff that needs to be done either way. I know that the valve covers leak. We have to fix the booster for the brakes because it's leaking. So I mean, both it makes the car, the engine run bad, and obviously the brakes doesn't work as good as they should. So we need to look into that. And there's some small odds and ends all around, but I really think maybe we can get this thing inspected next week. But yeah, not gonna say too much. But for today we're done at least. But tomorrow we're obviously gonna flip the El Camino frame around and paint it. But I mean, we're gonna flip this, paint it, take at most an hour, and then we can work ramp truck all day tomorrow, which I really looking forward to more right now than the El Camino. But also tomorrow is going to be better weather, so, which also will be nice to work on ramp truck. So I think you can get pretty far towards making it inspected, and I'm gonna order a license plate and check into some other stuff. But yeah, I really think we're on a good path to start using ramp truck. But anyway, that will be all for today. So I'll be back tomorrow with some ramp truck and also El Camino work, and I hope to see you there.